We'll chat to him a bit more later on in the programme, but we can speak now to Andrej Kuttruf, who's the Chief Executive of Evapo, a leading online vape shop and a board member of Ukvia, a vaping trade association. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Hello, Andrej. Now, it's been a long time coming, but the ban is here on Sunday, Andrej. What's the feeling within the industry?
Well, I think we all, I'm not the biggest fan of disposables from an environmental perspective. By all means, ban them. I think from a public health perspective, this is a very risky move, I have to say. I think more than 1 million smokers have successfully quit smoking with disposables. And to take this away from them is potentially very risky from a public health perspective, but also potentially sends a very wrong message.
But in the sense of young people, though, do you think it will have the desired impact? Fewer children using vapes, improving the environment, fewer vapes being thrown away. There are a number of wins there, maybe?
Yes, I'm afraid it's a bit of a Westminster type of idea, I have to say, to think you ban something and then the problem is going away. We already know that 30% of the market is illicit, and Evapo itself, we did our customer survey. We know 60% of our disposable buyers will consider buying from illicit sources. So unfortunately, I'm not sure this is the silver bullet. What we've been asking successive governments for is to introduce a licensing scheme to actually control who can sell the product. And we've been asking for drastic fines for retailers who be found to sell to the underaged. And unfortunately, only at the moment we have fines of £80, £100. That's not going to move the needle for retailers which make thousands of pounds of profit selling disposables to the underaged. So we need drastic fines and we need a licensing scheme to control who can sell these products.
Some really interesting points you've made there. And you talked about banning, that word banning. You ban something, a bit like prohibition. You ban something, you drive it underground and people will find other ways to get it. Would that still be the case if responsible retailers like you had a license? Would people still find another way to get them? Because I like the idea of a license. I think, it puts a little onus on retailers to actually be responsible, because perhaps not all of them are. But do you still think there would still be people going underground to find these things, even if there was a license?
Well, I think our idea is charge the industry. So charge every vape shop £1,000 a year. And there's 55,000 vape shops and convenience stores selling vaping products. So this could raise over £50 million to the government. And the problem really is trading standards doesn't have the resource to go out and enforce these laws. And so if you have £50 million going to trading standards, you actually give them a chance to go out, control, and make sure these laws are being followed. And this is really why we think a licensing scheme can make such a difference.
Okay. It must be very frustrating as a responsible retailer to know that others are not being so.
You can hear.
I can hear it, yeah.
Frustrating.
Yeah,
I appreciate. Yeah, it is frustrating because we do our job and we have customers come in and we send them away and we know they go around the corner, especially underage. We have people trying to buy from us. Obviously, we send them away. We know they go around the corner, sometimes in school uniform, and they are able to buy these products. And we highlight it to trading standards, and unfortunately, most of the time, nothing happens. And like I said, even when retailers are being caught, the fines are just not moving the needle.
Lots of stores could potentially be left with stock they can't now sell. So I suppose some of the retailers are going to be out of pocket as well.
Yes, yeah. I think we've seen that customers have been bulk buying. I think there's nervousness among our customers. Like I said, it's been tremendous for many people in helping them quit smoking. 90% indeed of our own customers in a survey have indicated they quit smoking using disposables.
Okay.
So it has been a tremendous device for them. So there was bulk buying out there. Like I said, I do fear that people will try to go illicit. And we also know 30% have considered to go back to smoking. So we hope it will all go right.
Okay,
we
Andrej.
advise our customers to switch to refillables, but
we'll see how it goes.
an interesting period.
Thank you so much indeed for coming on. That's Andrej Kuttruf there, Chief Executive of